guys, today I'm going to educate you on short and long-term disability options available through Shell during their open enrollment period. My name is Alexis Long and I'm the Director of Wealth Management here at Willis Johnson & Associates. So when is open enrollment? Open enrollment is October 25th through November 8th. So that's the period of time that you can make changes to your benefit plans at Shell. Today I want to walk you through an example of a typical Shell client, Bob and Anna. Bob and Anna are 55 years old. Bob has been at Shell for 25 years and his annual salary is $250,000. Bob is only enrolled in the Shell-sponsored coverage for short-term disability because Shell pays for that coverage. Bob and Anna are not financially independent. Bob is the sole breadwinner and Anna stays home to take care of their two children. I want to break down first what the differences are between short-term and long-term disability options at Shell. Short-term disability coverage will cover any income lost if you have a disabling event for up to 52 weeks. The coverage can be either 100% or 50% of base pay, dependent upon your tenure. It's covered by Shell, so Shell pays the premiums for short-term disability. An employee can enroll in supplemental short-term coverage, and this coverage will start on the first day of your absence due to a disabling event. Long-term disability coverage kicks in after short-term ends, so after 1 year. It can cover you for up to 24 months or up to your lifetime if you can continue to prove that you are disabled. It covers up to 60% of eligible pay up to a maximum amount, and it is covered by the employee. So the employee pays the premiums with after-tax dollars. So to break this down a little bit further, let's first talk about the short-term coverage available through Shell. Again, this is dependent upon your tenure, your years of service. If you have been at Shell for 5 years, you can receive 26 weeks of short-term coverage, 6 weeks of full pay, and 20 weeks of half pay. If you've been there over 12 years at Shell, you can receive up to 52 weeks of coverage, 13 weeks of full pay, 39 weeks of half pay. If you enroll in the Income Protection Insurance Plan, which is the employee covered plan, you can receive additional coverage during those weeks of half pay, up to 50% of your weekly pay or 25% of your weekly pay, and the premiums will vary dependent upon which election you choose. So let's go back to Bob and Anna. Remember, Bob and Anna have 2 kids. He's the sole breadwinner. He works at Shell making $250,000. He's been there for 25 years, and he has a disabling event. In the case that he went on to Shell-sponsored coverage for short-term disability, he would receive 52 weeks of coverage, 13 weeks at his full pay, and 39 weeks at his half pay. If he had no other coverage, he would be receiving $156,000 from Shell's coverage, which is a lot less than what he receives on an annual basis with his base pay. But if he had enrolled in the IPI coverage, the supplemental short-term coverage, he would have his $156,000 through Shell, and he would receive additional supplemental income through the IPI plan to get almost to his annual base pay of $250,000. This is why it's so important to check your benefits and ensure you have enough supplemental coverage. If his disabling event went longer than 52 weeks and he had to kick into long-term coverage, coverage only covers up to 60% of eligible pay or a maximum of $10,250 a month. So for Bob, who has a $250,000 salary, he would only be receiving $123,000 a year. Although this is tax-free income to Bob and Anna, it is still a much smaller amount than they're used to receiving income-wise, so they should have additional supplemental resources to pull from for their living expenses in case they had to go on to long-term disability coverage. If you like this content, make sure you click the link in the description to watch our free webinar and learn more about which medical plan you should choose at Shell, the differences between an HSA and an FSA, a little bit more about short and long-term disability options, and life insurance, how much you need and whether or not you need life insurance. Don't forget to follow us on social media as well, or you can scan the QR code to connect with me directly on LinkedIn. And if you'd like to learn more, subscribe to our YouTube channel to learn more about how to maximize your Shell company benefits.